Hey, everybody. Ash, Peter, and I were talking about Australia carrying the 90s torch, and Peter and I corrected. Here's how that happens. Check it out.
Yeah. Very much Veruca Salt type vibe from them. And like we were talking about in the actual episode, like if this band had come out in the 90s, they would have been huge here.
Yeah.
But like instead, like these two bands are kind of carrying that torch in modern times.
It is wonderful, like, to hear bands that are nailing my musical aesthetic. Like the thing that I love most when it comes to rock music specifically. And they aren't from here. And then there's the further tie that their lead singers are dating. Like that's that's insane. So I guess what I'm working around to, Ash, is like this 90s sound. Is this huge in Australia, or is it just these two bands just happen to be kind of similar?
That's maybe like feel like we all say Aussie rock more than the '90s vibe.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
definitely an Aussie rock sound. That's probably been going pretty hard for maybe the last 5 years. But and like it's definitely pretty grungy. It like kind of has a little bit of a dance off to the side where it becomes a little bit surfy as well. Not so much like Soho or Tired Line, but a lot of the bands that do fall into that genre kind of do go that way a little bit. Yeah, I think for us it's just an Aussie rock thing. Like we definitely notice a difference. Yeah,
that's funny to me. That I say funny, but I think like I'll give it that. I'll allow it to have two bands be that similar and both be from Australia. From now on, hitherforth, it shall be referred to as Aussie rock. I'm with it. So when I heard Tired Lion, it's the first time I fell in love with a band instantly since Violent Soho, and that's not a joke. Like I loved, the only thing even close in between was Free Throw, and Free Throw is awesome, but like they're just outside of my vein. Like they're something that like really scratches, like a punk itch, but Tired Lion scratches that 90s itch that I'm after. And so the last time I have listened to Breakfast for Pathetics. God, like I was driving my son to school the other day and he goes, "Dad, why are you always listening to Tired Lion?" He's 12.
yeah.
Calling me on my shit.
I was trying to. So James, the guitarist of Soho, has a record label.
Oh, okay.
And he's talked about how it's pretty much just him picking the bands he likes, and it's like a little bit of a selfish. He's like, I'm so lucky. Like it's a bit selfish, but yeah, it's just bands I enjoy. What's the name of it? I can't remember. It's just blanked from me.
I wonder if it's on there.
What's it called? But there's a bunch of bands on there. Like especially you got to check out a band called Loser from Melbourne. Like they couldn't be more 90s. Like the whole vibe as well. And they'll admit it. They're like pretty very much want to be the new Nirvana in sound.
I like it.
Yeah.
Did you say it was?
Check
You said it was Loser?
Yeah, just called Loser.
They're not on. Oh wait. In caps?
No. I mean, what like a name? I'm sure. Like if you are searching that, there's a bunch of losers in the world. But like if you want a song, the album that just came out is Mindless Joy.
Yep, this is them.
Yeah.
Here, let's see. Is this still connected, or is this on my phone? Here, let me. Oh, you ain't fucking kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Domestic Lala is the label.
Sorry, let me turn it down.
Just out of curiosity, How much of an influence was Silverchair on these bands?
Yeah, huge for both too. I don't know about Tired Line, but it would have been a huge influence for. I know it was for Loser, and I can only imagine it was for Soho as well.
It's Aussie rock. Get it right. And from now on, I will. So, just so you know, you can hear the rest of that conversation on After the Fact 103, only available by going to Patreon, patreon.com/oh hi Justin. Hear the rest of our podcasters down under, After the Fact 103. And if you would like to hear our episode on Violent Soho, whatever podcast platform you're on, subscribe. Next episode will be Violent Soho. Really that simple.